Have you ever completely written off a trick? And I don't mean like switch flip back nose blunt. I'm talking about like a basic trick that people of a comparable skill level seem to be able to do, and you just can't. For like the last 10 years, I've completely written off Nollie crooks. Basically, I just clip every single time. And I find that infuriating. And like over the years, I'd try, clip every single time, say this isn't for me. Try again another year later, clip every time, okay, this isn't for me. And eventually I just gave up on it. Like sometime in my early 20s, I said, this is not happening and I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. And so for like the last 10 years, I have pretty much written it off and not tried it at all. But that brings me to today, and it's time to revisit these. Why right now? I have landed all 7 of the other crooked grind variations: frontside, backside, fakie, nollie switch, regular. I've done them all except nollie backside crook. So I want to finish my infinity ring, so to speak, or whatever. Number 2, I was talking to a friend about the fact that I couldn't nollie crook to save my life, and he has pretty good ones. And he told me to try nollie back 50s. And so I figured out nollie back 50s, and that proves I can nollie backside and get my front truck onto the ledge, which in theory should mean nollie crook is possible. I put like an hour into trying these about a week ago. The park was covered in snow. If you're on the East Coast, you know the last month's been a struggle. So there was only one ledge that I could really try them on, which wasn't ideal, honestly, but I did get close. All the smaller ledges, I would need to pop out of the crook. So I'm kind of thinking of just continuing on the same one. And in about an hour's worth of tries last week, I think I got into like 3. I think if I get into like 5, I think I'll get one.
Possible.
Oh man. All right, last week's practice really paid off because that came together super quick, which I'm really pumped about. Huge shout out to my friend Antonio for telling me to do nollie back 50s. As soon as I thought of the nollie crook as nollie back 50, or nollie back nose grind actually, then I started to get into nollie crook. So that unlocked it completely. I think it's because it made me level out my nollies, and I wasn't really doing that before. I was expecting to have a long battle and then go home, but now I'm gonna work on some front hurricanes. Been practicing those, want to take them to the streets this year. So here's a little front hurricane practice and a mini trick tip, and then that's the video. Peace. I wouldn't say I'm good enough at this trick to like do a full-blown trick tip. There's 2 main things that totally cracked the code for me on this one though, so I'll share that. Originally I thought it was like an over front board, like front board, and then you just get over. Totally wrong. It's a back 180 into a feeble. You need to have your weight on it like a feeble for it to work. The second thing I was worried about the turnout and like focusing on how am I gonna get out of this before I was even in it. If you get in right, like a feeble, the turnout happens totally on its own. And that's how I figured these out.